Chapter 6 The Eastern Woods, 14th of November, the eve of Tom Trueheart's 12th birthday, 9 p.m. The weeks leading up to Tom's birthday had passed in a slow agony for Tom. The house was very quiet and dull without his brothers, but there was one advantage. At least he wasn't being teased all day, and he had plenty of time to dream and play adventures outside with his toy sword and shield. If he wanted to be the best adventurer of them all, he had to practice. Playing and dreaming were all an important part of adventure practicing. Winter was finally setting into the surrounding forest. Frost rimmed the deep, dark evergreens in the early mornings and powdered the newly revealed skeletons of the other trees. Magpies chattered harshly together among the branches. Balls of mistletoe hung from the oaks, and all the littlest birds crowded Tom's garden looking for the last berries and for the scraps of bread and bacon fat which his mother scattered there for them every morning. In the evenings, after the supper platters and pots were cleaned and put away, Tom and his mother would sit together by a good crackling fire. They imagined what all the brothers were up to, and especially how Jackson might be coping with his new life as a frog. One evening his mother sighed to herself as she looked into the fire, and the wind howled outside, and she stood suddenly and pulled the curtain back and looked out of the window. There was nothing to see but the dark wintry forest beyond the glass. "I have to say that I'm worried, Tom. I'm very worried indeed. I make a good show of hiding it, but mother knows when something is seriously wrong. It's not like your brothers to stay away for so long. No story takes this long to complete, and they know how important your 12th birthday is. They should all be back by now. I really think something terrible might have happened to them." "They'll be fine, Mum. Don't worry. Nothing could happen to them. They're all so brave and strong. They'll be back soon," Tom said as reassuringly as he could. But inside, he was a bit worried too. They sat together a little while longer and watched the logs until they burned out. The embers shifted and fell in on themselves as the fire died. Tom thought about his big, brave brothers out there in the world of the cold night and how perhaps they were lost or in trouble. His mother interrupted his thoughts. "Bedtime now, our Tom. Come on upstairs with you. Tomorrow's a big day, your birthday." She went with him, holding a candle to light the way. Tom's shadow was thrown onto the wall and loomed very large above them, as if Tom had grown up all of a sudden as they climbed the stairs. Tom stopped and said brightly, "I know. They might have all planned to turn up together first thing tomorrow as a birthday surprise." "They might," said his mother as she tucked him into his deep warm bed. "They might," she said as she blew out the candle. "But don't count on it." Join me tomorrow for Chapter 7.